Welcome to Side Hustle Rules. My name is Lou Reyes. In this video, I'm going to be telling you about the 5 best businesses that you can start for less than $100. Now, I know some of you out there may be thinking, how can I start a business for under $100? Don't they require a lot more capital than that? Well, yeah, there are businesses that do. But the formula for success is this: start small, learn, adjust, and grow. And that's a formula that I learned after talking to literally hundreds of business owners when I owned a chain of business-to-business magazines. I owned a weekly newspaper, a couple national trade show companies. The business owners that I spoke to all suggest starting small, learning, adjusting, and then growing. So what I'll be telling you about today is 5 businesses that require a small amount of capital, actually less than $100. I'll be telling you about these businesses right after this break. Come on! Welcome back to Side Hustle Rules. My name is Lou Reyes. As I promised before the break, what I'm going to do is tell you about the 5 best businesses to start for less than $100. But before I get rolling, I do want to mention, if one of these side hustles excites you and you decide you want to grow that business into a full-time business, well, you're going to want to check out my Side Hustle Starter Kit. It's the video edition. In this video, what I do is I walk you through the 8 steps that virtually every entrepreneur must take before they launch a business from scratch. There's a link to the Side Hustle Starter Kit in the description box of this video. So now let's get rolling. Let me tell you about the 5 best businesses to start for less than $100. Newsletter. This is the first of the 5 businesses that you can start for under $100. And you may be wondering, why newsletter? Why this opportunity? Well, maybe some of you have heard of Morning Brew. It's a newsletter that was founded by Alex Lieberman. He sold that newsletter for $75 million when he was just 28 years old. He and a roommate, I believe it was a college roommate, started it. They built it up, and eventually they sold it for, as I said, $75 million. And that's not the only story of successful newsletters. When people are committed and focused and they work on something and they build something, yeah, there is opportunity. Now, what are some of the other benefits besides making some money, and potentially big money, by starting a newsletter? Well, a newsletter can help you connect with your audience. It can also help you to build brand awareness. It can also help you to drive traffic to a website, or maybe you've got a Facebook page or an Instagram page that you want to drive traffic to. Newsletters can help you do it. They can also help you to increase sales by selling advertising or sponsorship. Now, what can you write about? Well, you can write about anything that you want to write about, anything that you enjoy, something, maybe even an event in your life. How would you get started? Check out a platform called ConvertKit. It's a platform that I use. But I'll say this too, if you're somebody who's going to be starting from scratch, what I would do, especially if I was just starting out, I would use a free platform called Substack. And I'm suggesting Substack because it's a relatively easy platform to learn. And I know that when you're starting, you're just starting out with a business, you just got to keep things as easy as possible. So how do you make money with a newsletter? Check out a video that I produced. It's called 10 Ways to Turn a Blogging Side Hustle into a Money-Making Machine. Virtual assistant. Now, some of you may have watched some of my other videos, and I talk about starting as a virtual assistant. I do believe it's a great idea. But let me first address, what is a virtual assistant? Well, a virtual assistant, it refers to a person who works remotely. They're going to provide administrative, maybe creative, or even technical support to individuals, to small, maybe even some large businesses. Now, why am I suggesting a virtual assistant company? Well, first of all, it's a business with a low barrier to entry. It's easy to get into. Certainly can get into it for less than $100. It's also a fast path to getting paid doing work online. You pick up a customer, you do the work, you send them an invoice. Now, how do you get started as a virtual assistant? Number one is determine what services you want to offer. And the services that you want to offer should align with your skill set, and also, I want to stress, also your interests. My suggestion is to offer specialized services, and I'm going to tell you about 3 of them. Number 1 is a community manager. They're a person who would handle a social media platform for a content creator. You know a content creator, you offer that you're going to help them. You'll manage or be their community manager, which means you're going to be connecting with their community. Same thing with a YouTube manager. You're the manager of a YouTube account. Maybe you work for one content creator or multiple content creators, and you could be helping them to repurpose content or maybe doing some research, or you could even help them create a script or 2. Now, a third service would be an executive assistant. Now, this is somebody who's working with like a CEO or upper management. How do you make money as a virtual assistant? Well, you could charge by the hour. You could charge as maybe charge a retainer, or you can charge by the product. Now, when you're new, when you're just starting out, when you want to get your feet wet, I think it's okay. It's probably the best way to start out is just by charging hourly. And as you get better, as you get faster, as you get more experience, though, then I recommend charging a monthly fee based on the number of hours that the client thinks they're going to need. So I just ask a client, hey, how many hours do you need, or do you think you're going to need this month? And then I would just not say anything and let them tell you. They may tell you 20 when you were going to say 10. Subscription business. Now, you're undoubtedly asking, what is a subscription business? Well, I think the best way to reveal this opportunity is to tell you about a company called Design Joy. Now, it's a design service that was founded by a gentleman named Brett Williams. He founded the company, his subscription business, back in 2017. He was a graphic designer. And what he did is he's using what's called a subscription-based model, and what he offers is unlimited design services, and he works with agencies, with startups. He also works with entrepreneurs, and for his unlimited service, he charges a flat monthly fee. Now, the key words here are unlimited service for a flat monthly fee. Now, Brett's a solo entrepreneur. He has around 20 to 25 clients, as I last heard. Now, according to Brett, his business generates over $130,000 every month in revenue, and he does that by charging his clients up to $5,000 a month for his unlimited design work. It's a fantastic business model. Now, you don't have to be a designer. You can also build other types of subscription-based services. That includes things like maybe video editing, podcast editing, maybe writing. But I'm also thinking of something less technical, like say you have a lawn maintenance company and you decide you're going to go ahead and offer unlimited monthly services for an upfront flat fee. Now, I am sure there are many other non-technical businesses that you can use a subscription-based model for. Now, how do you get started? Well, to me, the easiest way to get started in the subscription business is first building up a client base. You can do that using social media platforms like maybe a Fiverr or an Upwork. You reach out to folks, you do the work for them. After they get to know you, you offer a subscription plan. Sell your own digital products. I can't think of a less costly way, really, to generate revenue than through a digital product, because after all, you're creating your own digital product. It's a product that exists in digital form. It could be a piece of software. Maybe you create a form or a spreadsheet. It could be an online course. It could be digital art. I know quite a few, and I mean more than a half dozen artists who create digital art and sell it. It could also be an ebook. It's really anything other than a physical object. So how do you get started selling digital products? Well, first, designing a product. When you're going to do that, you've got to ask yourself some questions like, who am I designing this product for? What's the audience? Who would want this? What problem am I trying to solve? That's very important. Also, what will set my product apart from other similar products? So how do you create a digital product? Well, one way to do it is just something that I did. I launched my Side Hustle Starter Kit, my video edition. So I wrote a script, I recorded a series of 8 videos, and then I used Canva, the Canva, the platform Canva, to create the art that I needed. Now, if you don't have writing experience and you want to create something that requires that kind of experience, you can use ChatGPT. It's a great free tool. Canva, I mentioned Canva. I use Canva Pro. I pay $12.99 a month for the privilege of using Canva Pro. I absolutely love it. Now, how do you sell digital products? Let me give you a couple ways. I use Teachable, and I also use Gumroad. Now, with these is you're actually creating basically a home page, and they handle all the payment processing and ordering. Gumroad, they do not charge a monthly fee, whereas Teachable does charge a monthly fee. I pay $39 a month for their monthly fee. With Gumroad, it's only 10% of the sale amount, and then they process it through, I get it through PayPal. That makes it easy. Buying and selling digital products. Now, I want to make sure that I'm clear with this one, because previously what I said is creating your own digital product and selling it. I'm talking about buying someone else's digital product and reselling that. It's really a simple and straightforward strategy that I absolutely love, because you're buying a product, you're buying it once, and then you're selling it over and over and over again, which means that after you cover that initial purchase price and any other maybe incidental expenses that you have, the rest is pretty much pure profit. Now, one example of this type of business is reselling ebooks. It's something that I've done, and it is relatively easy to do. And let me just tell you how I got started doing it. What I did, first of all, is I went on a website and I purchased what's called private label rights to an ebook. And this just means you're buying the rights to an ebook, and then you're selling it. Then I can sell it as many times as I want. Now, the place or the marketplace that I went to buy my ebook was called PLR Hustle.com, and I bought my first ebook from that site. I bought it for $25, and then what I did is I used the platform which I previously mentioned called Gumroad. It's an e-commerce platform that allows me to create a storefront, and then they also handle the payment processing. It's really a great platform to use. But I bought the ebook, sold it on Gumroad, and then what you do is you wait for someone to buy it by promoting your ebook. Now, you don't necessarily, though, have to use PLRHustle.com. You can buy resellable digital products from a lot of other websites. Now, a few of the popular ones that I've seen, there's one called PLR.me, another one called Big Product Store. There's PLR Printables Store. I'm going to put links to all three in the description box so you can check them out. I'm sure there's a lot of other ones, as I mentioned. Now, if you'd like to check out how I started selling digital products, if you want to see the step-by-step process, you can watch a video that I created. It's called I Started a New Side Hustle with $25. And yeah, that's what I did, $25. I got that video, so check it out. I'll put the link in the description box. And in that video, I just walk you through all the steps. This is one of those businesses that if you have or knowledge or you learn how to use a platform like Gumroad, you can funnel different products through that platform and sell them. Well, there you go, my friends. I've just told you about 5 best businesses to start for less than $100. And yeah, less than $100. It's a small investment for a potentially very big return. And the big return will only come, in my opinion anyway, what I've seen, it only comes if if you're committed to the product, if you like what you're doing or maybe love what you're doing, and you just won't let anything get in your way. Yeah, you can really build a big business. It's how I've done it. It's how I will continue to do it. And it's how I recommend you can do it too. So if you've got any questions, send me an email, make a comment in the comment section. Also, remember, I do have my Side Hustle Starter Kit, the video edition. I take you through the 8 steps of starting a side hustle, starting a business from scratch. So there's a link to that in the description box. If you're inclined, subscribe to Side Hustle Rules. That's all I got for you. Have a great day, everybody. Come on.